Hello, this is Richard, this is Games Freezer, and today, my friends, we are back. We're back with another 10-minute taster. This time we're on the PC with Roadwarden, something I've wanted to cover for a while. We did a review on the website, www.gamesfreezer.co.uk, a little while back, and now I get the chance to play it. So let's do this. I've never played it before. Let's see how it plays. It sounded great in the review. Hopefully it lives up to it on my little playthrough. We marvel at the serenity of the forest and crave the shroud of its silence. Okay, so new game. Everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Roadwardens not only accept this struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of the beasts and the highwaymen. They live on the road, die young or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. Leave the safety of the city walls, or I still have my doubts. I still have my doubts. Oh, okay, that takes me back. Leave the safety of the city walls. Right, please select the difficulty mode. The choice can't be altered later on. For those focused on the story, it's casual, no time limit, more cash at the start, some quests are more forgiving. Standard, for those familiar with RPGs, there's a 40-day time limit and there's a regular rule set. Restrictive, for the returning Roadwardens, there's a 30-day time limit and there's increased nighttime damage. Let's go with standard. Here we go. The wall is still standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices. No sounds of labour. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and the pebblers, but not beast folk nor trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. What's a palfrey? I'm not sure. Okay. I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously. I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. I think I look around cautiously. Considering the noise, you doubt that anyone noticed the clatter of hooves. The short dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which get denser as they climb up the walls. Nope, it's the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe it's only the only route north. Okay, let's peek inside. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly. I see. Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available to you. The weaker you are, the higher the chance you'll die in combat. Right, approach the gate. Oh, I see. So this opens out more of the picture once you look inside things, etc. Right, this is cool. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. Two people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognise the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbour. They don't look like much of a threat. I can enter. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson. but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are weary, yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe? I let them speak first. It's nice to see an unharmed traveller in this godforsaken shithole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the armoured woman. Her moment switches from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take first watch, it would be a huge help. Travellers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment. To fully rest, you'd need a good sleep. Let's go, sure, leave it to me. That's what feels like the right thing to do. Fantastic. She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than half a night of sleep. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up. Just yell. He drinks from his mug. I asked them about their lieutenant, or lieutenant. You wonder how to phrase your question. Whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attitudes. Oh, that's cool. Friendly, playful, distanced, intimidating, or vulnerable. Let's go with friendly. I was hoping to meet with with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a bit? Oh, can I see what they're going to be? I'm sure you're busy, so if you could just introduce me to you, Lieutenant. I'm looking for your lieutenant. I'd rather speak with someone who's not going to waste my time. I had a long journey. I need to have a word with your lieutenant. Shall I go with this one? The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gambeson and steps towards you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I. Though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity. Or are you looking for help? I am your new Roadwarden. My my horse is waiting outside and my voice is very gravelly. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. Oh, I see. She is the lieutenant, whatever. I shake her hand. It may be a trap. I gesture for her to stop, pretending to be embarrassed. I should wash myself first, but you can call me. Right, I'm gonna shake her hand. How do you want people to call you? Ooh, this is cool. Let's say Ricardo. Confirm. Her grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Ah, there's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We've got no spare tent. With no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. No problem. I enjoy observing the stars. I should get used to sleeping on the ground anyway. I enjoy observing the stars. You walk through the gate. Your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle with a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquest in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. It's my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease. I don't care how it feels, but I need it to be strong if I want to travel, and I can't afford another one. Yeah, this is the one. Takes a few steps towards you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence, just the way he likes it. It likes it. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom, but you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to the camp. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back, just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time, it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions essential for your trade. Okay, so fighter. I spent my savings on decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambeson, an axe made of steel, and a reliable crossbow with quarrels. Mage. I have talismans that help me use my powers, as well as an iron axe and a worn gambeson. Scholar. I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe, a worn gambeson, and a healing potion. I want to learn about the 3 classes. Now, I think I understand. Right, excuse me. An axe of steel, what do I want to do? What do I always do? I always do fighter. So, shall we go with a scholar? You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. The spare clothes are still here. Just in case, you take a look at your wooden bowl and mug, your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations and knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. Right, open your inventory to see possessions. Let's see, so there's my supplies. Got merchandise, which is a pouch of coins. That's 5 coins. The city artisans make coins by cutting dragon bones into slices. They are valued by merchants, though rarely used in the countryside. Equipment. A gambeson, a padded defensive jacket made of linen filled with rags. It's the cheapest type of armour, yet surprisingly effective, and as a result, very common. Alchemical ingredients. To brew new potions, you need to find suitable tools and some undisturbed time. Brewing is difficult, and your alchemical skills, while humble, are valuable. Travel set. Your sack contains all sorts of useful tools. Writing instruments. Parchment scrolls kept in tubes, inkwells, wax tablets with bone stylus. Most northerners are illiterate, but they are happy to meet someone who can write a letter in their name. Oh, okay. A simple battle axe. Travelling with an axe shows that you've learned how to fight humans and human-sized monsters. It's not masterfully made, but it's already been put to test. You practiced with it for many days. Right, this is cool. Okay, we're good. What's journal saying? Okay, so that's where everything is kept for your quests. Right, let's return. Let's return to the soldiers. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. I join them and take a look at the meal. I thank them for the meal, but I don't want to eat with them. I sit down and ask Julia what she can tell me about this area. I completely ignore the meal. I sit down and I speak to Julia. Right, I need to eat. I'll thank them for the meal. Here we go. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to and less than I should. She nods towards the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead. 1 has run away in tears. We're also strangers in this land, adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. Oh, here we Keeping your stomach full will make you stronger. Starvation won't allow you to restore vitality while resting. You can find your supplies in the inventory. That's my armour. Vitality and nourishment. Okay. The man leans forward. His legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom, his untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. I share what I consider to be relevant. Or, what I've discussed with the officials should stay between me and them. I share what's relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you've received since this area is far away from Hovlavan to keep it under control. You were warned, and that it's untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? Okay. What should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know, and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get from the city on a decent palfrey? I'd guess it would be 3 or 4 days. When you confirm, she continues. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You nod. The sea route allows Hovlavan officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp, but when we travel to the roadside inn, Pelt of the North, they're happy to trade and to play dice. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, we're to guard this road, this camp is our post, and well, he turns towards Tulia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it the wrong way, Ricardo, but are you a devout soul? Like most city folk, I believe that people should unite their strength to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. Everyone will be judged for both good and evil deeds. I'm part of the United Church, right? For many years I've supported a monastery that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism and magical research. I follow the teachings of an order of truth. That sounds good. I'm from a small village. For me, the freedom of shell, pneuma and soul are all the main virtues of my life. My community is unique and independent, as are its members. I have a place in my fellowship. I have a strong connection to nature and spirits and follow the path of my ancestors. Some of my beliefs may be considered sinister and treacherous by the city folk. You'd probably call me a pagan. There's no evidence of the right's existence, and all the mystical tales are explained by magic. No, I'm not. Right, okay, so I'm going to go with Order of Truth. I like the sound of that. Oh, I see. She hesitantly looks away. I don't know much about the River of Faith, but I'm sure that we're not that different. I'm a Unite myself, she says, with a sort of pride in her voice. So she follows the United Church. Maybe just explain what you were thinking of. The people here are disquieting. Every few words she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials here. She starts to draw lines with her index finger as if she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads like a big circle. In the northeast you'll find a weird village at a bog. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think. It even has a priest who claims to be eremite. You nod. She means a fellowship. They do crazy shit. Her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. I see. You've heard tales such as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers and blood mages. The bridges of doom, the traitors to humankind. Right, okay. Were you able to speak with these necromancers? And how about the East? Any monster worth mentioning? Anything that could catch my mount? That's all I need to know. Let's go with this one. Any monster. We saw all sorts of beasts. The man starts to count on his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spike boars, mouflon eaters, griffins. But we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts. Tulia glances at her companion, though a palfrey should be fine. The trees are so tall that flying creatures keep to the coast and the mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting amongst themselves. They fight more for food than territory. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. And how about the East? Were you able to speak with these necromancers? Let's find that bit out. You can see why we were not eager to go there. If we could avoid it, the lieutenant chuckles, maybe they'll be more welcoming to a Roadwarden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get to an inn first and soon. Tulia nods. Pelt of the North is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeep or the guards. Ask them about the road. Right, I kind of got 20 minutes in and I've barely got anywhere. A lot of reading, but I like it. I like its style already. Feels like I probably need to go up with a follow-up video to this one, but as a nice 10-minute taster, this feels like it gives you a bit of an indication as to what to expect. Plenty of reading, plenty of choices by the looks of it, and plenty of gathering of information. Hopefully you've enjoyed the 10-minute taster today. Please press like on the video if you have. Also subscribe to our channel. That really helps us get new games into the games freezer. Also, if you could head over and check us out on Instagram and on Twitter, we're at Games Freezer, and also at www.gamesfreezer.co.uk. Goodbye, my friends.